Welcome back, everybody. 3G Slabs coming at you. We have a vintage sports card preview. This is going to be almost all baseball except for 2 football cards. First up, we got a 1959 Topps, number 461. Mano hits his 42nd homer for the Crown. This card's in pretty good shape. We got some corner wear. Top edge you can see is a little rough up there. Centering's pretty decent on it. Nice centering. Just corner wear pretty much is the biggest factor here. Looking at a PSA 3, maybe we can pull a 4. Next up, 1958 Topps Ted Williams, number 1. Same issue here. We got corner wear. Centering left to right's off and top to bottom. And then you can just see the surface on the front. It's just got some of the colors off it. Not too bad otherwise. Hoping for a PSA 3. 1954 Bowman, Don Larson rookie. Corners on this one show a little bit of wear. Back centering. Back of it looks pretty nice. I do have a little bit of issue. I think there's a couple little dents on it. It's not going to really pick it up here, but it's in the bottom of his neck here. Real minor. Nice looking card though. I'm hoping for a PSA 5. Maybe on a good day it'll get a 6. It's the first one of these I've ever graded. It's a 1968 Topps Game Pete Rose. Centering looks pretty decent all the way around. It's a little off top to bottom. Maybe a little bit off left to right. Here's the back. I think on this one, kind of looked like maybe something got set on it here. There's just like a little line here. So we'll see what PSA does with that. Hoping for a PSA 6 on this. 1970 Kellogg's Frank Robinson. I really like these cards. They're pretty neat. Reminds me of the old sports flicks from the 80s. So this one, really nice centering. Good shape all the way around. Part 1, I did have a Bob Gibson 1970 in there too, so we got 2 of these coming back. In a previous reveal, I did get lucky. I got a PSA 9 Willie Mays. So you can go back, look at a different reveal, and maybe see that card. Hoping for a PSA 9 on the Robinson. 1968 Topps Rod Carew. As you can see, the centering's definitely off top to bottom and left to right. This is the Rookie Cup. Back centering. The back looks pretty decent on it. Corners show just a little bit of wear on here. Kind of typical for the 60s. Hoping for a PSA 6 on that. After that, we got a 1968 O-Pee-Chee Rod Carew. It's the Rookie Cup, and as you can see, centered about the same, just the other way. Corners, they show some wear on this one. Probably maybe just a little bit more. You can see the back of the O-Pee-Chee, how it's a kind of a gray color almost. Here's the tops, more of that yellow. I don't know if the Peachy are on a different card stock or if it's just the color or both, but it really shows a lot more wear on the back. You can see the corners. Just shows a lot more wear, chipping, all that kind of stuff. Hoping for a PSA 4, maybe a 5, but I just don't think so. Hoping for a 4. 1955 Bob Feller Bowman. You can see it's off left to right. Top to bottom's not too bad. Corners and the top edge show just a little chipping. Just kind of a rough cut up there. But the corners, Not horrible for 55. On the back, can see the black here from the next card, so I'm hoping this does not get a miscut. But I'm hoping to get a PSA 4, maybe a 5, and we're going to have to see if it gets that miscut qualifier because of the back. 1954 Bowman Mini Menuso. Centering again off just a little bit, top to bottom and left to right. Just like all the rest of these cards, the corners are going to show a little bit of wear. There's the back. Then I do have in my notes that there's a dent in the top middle up here. But I don't know that we'll pick it up. So we'll see how they treat the little dent. Hoping for a PSA 4. Next up, 1968 Topps Tom Seaver Rookie Cup. Centering left to right and top to bottom a little bit. Corners, you can see there. In the Mets here, we've got some fish eyes. And on his hat, we have some fish eyes. Here's the back. Pretty nice card overall. Hoping for a PSA 4 or 5 on this. In a previous reveal, I did pull a 7 on this card, so would like to get a 4 or 5 on this one. Next card up, 1968 OPG Brooks Robinson. You can see this card shows some pretty nice centering all around. Corners on this one are pretty good for probably one of the best condition OPGs I've got. See the back though doesn't escape some of the wear here. Just these backs on these OPGs are just tough. Hoping to get a PSA 6. Population reports on these OPGs, there's just not many out there, so really hoping for a 6 on that. We got one more OPG. We got the Joe Morgan. You can see here, left to right centering's off. Corners show just a little bit. Wear. Here's the back of that one. Not horrible. And I do have just a few little surface blemishes on this one, but we're not going to be able to pick it up. But hoping for a PSA 5 on that. All right, here's our 2 football cards. They're the same card. They're Jim Plunkett 1972 Topps Rookies. This one you can see left to right. Centering's not the best. Top to bottom's not too shabby though. Corners, pretty nice. And the back is pretty nice. I'm kind of submitting this one because, like I said, I'm submitting 2 of these. The next one is really nice. So I'm hoping that this can pull a 6 or a 7. Not sure if it could pull a 7 with the centering. But hoping for the 7 on that one. And then this one, you can see it's just beautiful. Centering's almost dead on, both ways, left to right and top to bottom. Corners are really sharp. Unfortunately, I did notice I found something that I had not seen right on the top of his head there in the hairline. Right there, you can see there is a dent, it looks like. So unfortunately, I didn't catch that till right before I made this video. I was really expecting this to pull a PSA 9 pretty easily, and I thought it had a shot at a 10, but not anymore with that dent unless they absolutely miss it. I'm still going to pull for a 9, but unfortunately, I think that dent might cost it, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get an 8, but probably be one of the nicest 8s there is out there. You don't find them centered like this with corners like that, so we'll see. 1959 Fleer Ted Williams. This is number 17 in the set. Centering's off left to right. Top to bottom just a little bit also. Corners on this card showing just a little bit of wear. It's probably our worst corner, this bottom right one. Here's the back. Centering's off. Hoping for a PSA 5, maybe a 6 if we get lucky. 1962 Topps, Jim Cott. As you can see, centering on this one is really nice. This is a really tough set to grade. Corners are not bad. Edges on this card are not bad either, especially for 62s. Here's the back. Just a really nice example here. I'm really hoping to pull a 6, but I think it's got an outside shot at a 7. I've never graded a 62 card yet, so just not sure. This is a really nice one though, so we will see. We got one more. 62, Ron Santo. You can see this one's not quite as nicely centered. Corners, this top right corner shows just a little bit of wear, along with the bottom two. Besides the centering, check out the colors of this one. This card is just pops. You can kind of see the Jim Cott here. Colors just seem a little duller. This Santo though, it just pops out. I mean, it's just noticeable. Here's the back. Back looks nice. Looking at the same grade here, hoping for a 6. Would love to pull a 7 though. It'd be a nice grade on this card. Well, that is it for this submission, part 2. Hopefully we can get some decent grades there. We'll talk to you again when we get the cards back and we do a blind reveal. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. 3G slabs coming at you. We have another PSA blind reveal. This will be a 36 card vintage reveal. I'm going to get these boxes broke open, get them in order, and we'll take a look at the grades. All right, we got another 18 card vintage blind reveal here. If you've been watching my videos, I did make a comment on the last one, was real happy with my grades. I know a lot of people are saying PSA is getting a lot tougher, especially on vintage. I just haven't seen it. I did a vintage Star Wars return, and I was real close with those. The last vintage sports cards one I did, I thought PSA was right on the money, according to me. So let's see how this 18 card reveal goes, and maybe I'll change my mind. First up, we got a 1962 Topps Ron Santo, number 170. Centering's off just a little bit both ways. This is a pretty sharp looking card for a 62. These 62s are pretty tough on grading. This card just had phenomenal eye appeal, I thought. With the corners, the centering's off just a little. Registration on this card in color is just beautiful. I'm really hoping to pull a 7 on this. My worst case is a 6. I don't know if I've ever graded a 62. Let's start this reveal out good with a PSA 7. And that's what we got. So happy with that. That's a great looking card. 62 Santo for PSA 7. All right, next up we got the 1962 Jim Cott. This one, the centering is a little better, I think, than the Santo. But it's about the same condition. Color is not as nice. This is just a great looking card of Cott too. I'm expecting the same thing. I thought this was a PSA 7. 6 on the worst case scenario. Can we go 2 for 2? And we got the 7 there too. All right. We're happy with that. First time ever grading one of these. This is the 59 Fleer, number 17, Ted Williams. It's that Ted Williams set. On this one, the centering's off, as you can see, left to right. It's off a little bit, top to bottom. Corners show a little bit of wear. Never graded one of these either. First time grading one. Hoping for a PSA 6. Worst case scenario should be a PSA 5. And we got the 5. All right. So right in line basically with what we were expecting pre-grade. Nice looking card. All right, I sent in 2 of these. 2 different Jim Plunkett cards. I'm actually revealing them. I'm going to quick switch them. I got 2 of them. So I'm going to do this one first because this is the way I sent them in. I use this one as my setup. This one's a little bit off left to right, and there's a little bit of corner wear on it. The other one I sent in is a lot nicer. This one I was hoping for a 7. I'm actually expecting to pull a 6. But if we pull a 7, I think that's good for my next one. So give me the 7. We got the 6. All right, so actually expecting that over the 7. So we got the 6 on that. And this one is really nice. The only thing is I noticed it doing my preview. I hadn't noticed it before, but right in his hair, right here, there's a dent. Otherwise, this card is just, it's beautiful. Centering's nice. Corners are nice. I was really expecting to get a PSA 9 on this. But I think it's probably going to end up getting an 8 for that dent. And we got the 8. All right. So not sure. I don't know if I'm going to try to fix that dent, if that's even possible, if I break it and try to fix it, because this card is just, it's spectacular condition. So in line with what I figured with that dent. I think if that dent wasn't there, it was an easy 9. And honestly, I think it could have pushed the 10 range. It's that centered and that sharp. All right, we got a 1968 O-Pee-Chee, Joe Morgan. Centering is off left to right. Corners show just a little bit of wear on them. And there's just a few little things going on with the surface here. You can see there. I was hoping to pull a 5 on this still, but I think it's going to be a little high. I think this is probably going to pull a 4 with that surface stuff there. These are just really low pop if you ever look into them. Tough to find. And we got the 5, so we were right in line still with that. Happy with that grade. All right, we got another O-Pee-Chee. This is a Brooks Robinson, number 20. This one, the corners show a little bit of wear. Centering's off just a little bit left to right, and maybe a little bit top to bottom too. These are cut with a wire, I believe, so there is like more chipping on the back edges of these. This has a little bit of that. I feel like this was nicer than the Morgan, so I had this down as a PSA 6. We actually got a PSA 4. All right, so we obviously missed something on this one. Yeah, a little surprised by that grade. PSA 4. All right, we'll have to check that one over. Got a 1968 Topps Tom Seaver. Left to right, you can definitely see he's off. Top to bottom is pretty decent. We got a lot of little fish eyes going on in his hat. And the corners do show a little bit of wear. Had good luck with one of these I'd sent in before. I believe it got a PSA 7. This one, not so much. We're hoping for a 5. Wouldn't be surprised if it pulls a 4. And we get the 5. All right. So we got best case scenario there of what we thought. We'll take the 5. All right, we got a 1954 Bowman Mini Minoso. Easy for me to say, huh? This one's off a little bit left to right and top to bottom. Corners show somewhere. Not bad. It's a 54. There was a dent in the top middle up here too, right in there. You can kind of see it. Hoping for a PSA 4. Still got some pretty decent eye appeal to it. So we got the 4. All right. Pretty happy with that. Right in line with as expected. Next up, we got a 1955 Bob Feller Bowman. You can see this one's got a little bit of centering issues left to right, top to bottom. It's really nice. The back centering is off quite a bit. You can actually see some of the next card black on there. Corners show a little bit of wear. I'm hoping this can pull a PSA 5 without the qualifier of a miscut because of that back. Worst case scenario, there's no way this won't get any less than a 4, but really think this should get the 5. And it did get the 4. So pretty nice looking 4. All right. Next we got a Rod Carew 1968 O-Pee-Chee. Centering is off. Corners show some wear on this one. Centering's off on the back. Most of these are off on the back. Hoping for a PSA 5. Expecting the 4 on this one though. And we get the 4. So not surprised by that. Probably about the right grade. PSA 4. We got the nicer condition 68 Topps, regular Topps card here. It's still got some centering problems. Corners are definitely nicer on this one than the O-Pee-Chee. Centering's about the same on the back though, but I'm expecting this one to pull a 6. And I got the 5. So we're 1 grade off on that one. All right. All right, next up we got the 1970 Kellogg's number 15 Frank Robinson. All right, I've graded a few of these. My last reveal had the Bob Gibson in it. That pulled a 9. I got a 9 on the Willie Mays. This one's centering is really good. Everything looked good on the back. And I'm expecting this one to pull a PSA 9 as well. And I got the 9. So right on with that. I've had really good luck with this set. I think they're really neat cards. All right, we got the 1968 Topps Game number 30 Pete Rose. This is the first one of these I've graded. So not sure what to expect. This one is pretty decent centered. I know it's off a little bit top to bottom and maybe a little bit left to right. I've seen a lot worse with this set. Back looks all right. This one might have something on the right edge here in the middle. It's like a little dent in it here. But we'll see what they do with that. I was really hoping to pull a 6 on this. I guess I've never graded it, so I could be off by 1 grade. So 5 would be the absolute worst case scenario, but just by looking at it, I hope it gets the 6. And it did get the 6. Happy with that. So right on with the preview grade. All right, 1954 Don Larson rookie card. This one's off left to right on the front. It does have a few little surface dents by his neck here, right here. There's a dent. Back right corners show just a little bit of wear here. Here's the bottoms. Still just a really nice rookie card. I had a preview her down as a 6 with the worst case with a 5. I just don't know if it can pull the 6. I'm hoping. Expecting the 5 though. And that's what I got, the 5. So nice rookie card, Larson, PSA 5. 2 cards left. 1958 Topps Ted Williams. This card's off left to right, top to bottom. Corners show wear. Front surface, you can see it's got snowing. Just not the best condition card. I understand that. Still hoping to pull a PSA 3 on this. I just can't see it getting any worse than that. There's no creases in it. I just can't believe it would pull a 2. So we got a 4. All right. We will take that. Nice. It is a nice looking card still. It's just with the centering, with that surface, I thought it would probably pull a 3. But happy with the 4. Last card in the submission. Ending it with a Mantle. We got the 59 Topps number 461. Mantle hits his 42nd homer for the Crown. This one's got corner issues. And then the center, middle of the card up here along the edge, you can kind of see it's kind of wavy-ish there. I just think it's got some wear there. Not expecting anything spectacular here. I have it down as a 3/4, but I'm actually expecting the higher end of that and the 4. It's got a nice eye appeal though. It's got some nice centering to it. Hoping for the PSA 4, actually expecting the 4. And we got a 5. All right. We will take that. Good way to end the submission with 1 grade higher than I expected. So again with this submission, I'm just not seeing the harder grading. Most of my preview grades were basically right in line. So hope you all enjoyed this, and we'll be talking to you soon with another reveal. Thank you.